The Dropout. Deepen that voice and don that turtleneck, we have some investing to do. Hulu's The Dropout is the first semi-fictionalized venture depicting the rise and fall of Elizabeth Holmes, the notorious scammer who convinced a whole slew of high-profile investors to bet on her innovative medical company. Only issue, of course, is that the company that purported to be able to take a drop of blood and run diagnostic tests couldn't actually do that. Amanda Seyfried steps into the role of Holmes brilliantly, capturing the laser focus of a desperate businesswoman and the naivete of a young woman who believed she could pull it all off. Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. If you can embrace this show for what it is, Adam McKay at his most Adam McKay, you'll agree with us it belongs here. The miniseries takes the heyday of 1980s Los Angeles and the rise of the Lakers, Dr. Jerry Buss, and Magic Johnson and turns the dial way up. What results is one of the most compelling sports miniseries we've seen in some time. The cast is stacked as well, with the likes of John C. Reilly, Jason Clarke, Quincy Isaiah, and Gabby Hoffman on board. Abbott Elementary. Every time someone says network is dead, a series like Abbott Elementary comes along. The half-hour comedy from creator and star Quinta Brunson isn't trying to reinvent the wheel. Instead, it keeps things simple, and in doing so has become one of the funniest feel-good series in years. Set in an elementary school in Philadelphia, it follows a crew of primary school teachers just trying to get by on what little the government will give them. It also doesn't help that they have an objectively terrible principal, played to perfection by Janelle James, standing in their way at almost every turn. Severance. If there's a show that's perfectly nailed the surreal vibes of 2022, it's Severance. Following an office where your work memories are separated from your personal memories upon arrival and dismissal, sounds like perfect corporate strategy, right? The show explores the many ways in which we split ourselves in half, especially the parts that refuse to stay put.
Known as severance.
Somebody Somewhere. It's hard to put Somebody Somewhere into words. It's less like watching a story and more like watching an experience. Bridget Everett shines as a woman who is trying to find grace and acceptance amid a ton of grief and sadness. Raw and unfiltered, the series is part comedy, part drama, and entirely too realistic for anyone who has ever had dreams of leaving their hometown. Bonus, the star-making turn from Jeff Hiller takes the series from a 10 to an 11. Euphoria. After a long hiatus, Euphoria's glorious, if not extremely stressful, return is proof that the series is not a one-season wonder. Picking up after Rue's season 1 relapse, the series from Sam Levinson has moved at a breakneck pace, with Sydney Sweeney giving a particularly notable performance. Do you want dicks in the foyer? This season has it. Do you want hot tub vomit? Got that, too. And then of course, there's the How Long You Been Fucking Nate Jacobs? Heard round the world. Don't even get us started on the play.
As soon as I saw her, I was just immediately afraid to lose her.
As We See It. Jason Katims, How Dare You? The new series from the Friday Night Lights and Parenthood creator debuted on Amazon earlier this year, following 3 autistic young adults as they wade out into the world with the assist of their aide, played by Sosie Bacon. The series has heart, honesty, and a willingness to bring the world of life on the spectrum into the mainstream. That the 3 leads are all played by autistic performers makes the point perfectly. 1883. Yellowstone may have been what broke ground in the Taylor Sheridan TV universe, but it's 1883 that offers the most nuance. Acting as an origin story of sorts, the Western follows the Dutton family as they make their way west to what will eventually become the homestead fans of the original series know. Rooted by performances from Sam Elliott, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, and Isabel May, the series is one hell of a watch. Pam and Tommy. There are several intriguing things about Pam and Tommy. The CGI penis, obviously. Also, the subject matter of a stolen sex tape makes the show feel a bit icky and exploitive, as well. But damn if Lily James and Sebastian Stan don't go all in as the titular characters, resurrecting an era of 90s sensationalism, not to mention a scandal that defined the 30 years that followed. Ozark. On a lot of these best of lists, you'll see miniseries, new shows, and the occasional long-running favorite, but it's hard to keep a series fresh season after season. That's what makes Ozark so special. Now on its fourth batch of episodes, the series starring Jason Bateman, Laura Linney, and the incomparable Julia Garner, has continued to reinvent itself and offer some of the best television on any platform. Write to us in the comments what is your favorite series. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all new